Hi, and welcome once again. All Takes Valid, episode 74. As always, I go by Trill Trayy, joined with SP21, and yes, he is back.
Yes,
My main
sir.
man, Vick. So, Vick, if you would, why don't you? It's been a while since you've been here. You know how to still do this. Can you go ahead and give the people a rundown of today's episode?
Okay, I do it the best I can. Wah, 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 wah.
I mean, that sounds
For
right.
y'all
But
don't know,
yeah,
Charlie
sure, bro.
Brown.
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, so for today's episode, we have the final four. We'll be talking about that boy KD um, with his loss to the Milwaukee Bucks, and we'll be talking about the world famous Ben Simmons.
Famous, all right.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the final four. With the Western Conference Finals, we have the Phoenix Suns facing off against the Los Angeles Clippers.
Wait,
The
not the
base,
Los
the
Angeles.
team in the
Not the Los Angeles Lakers. The
no, no,
Clippers
no,
are in
no.
the.
Yeah,
Wow,
the
the
team in
Western
the
Conference.
basement.
Oh yeah,
I
you
don't. I
back
don't know.
now.
Maybe y'all in the
Hey,
basement
you
now.
back now. Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. Hey, turn my mic up. Hang on a second. You back now. Hey, what happened, man? What happened? Was it injuries? Was you depend on a guy that you should have traded, but you didn't trade? You traded the wrong one, and now you got with this one. Was it him?
What player are you referring to that we
Was
should
it
have traded?
KCP not giving you the 20 points that you wish he had? Or was it Dennis Schroeder that promised you that gave you 20 points and then go goose egg for the past two games? Which one was it?
It was a combination. And
Hey,
like I
nah,
told y'all
y'all got to
before.
chill real quick, man. My boy LeBron, I just seen the report. He said, it's a conspiracy.
Oh, it's a conspiracy
He said
now.
it's a conspiracy with the higher ups in the NBA trying to get. They don't want to see him succeed anymore. They try to get him out.
No.
I'm like, dang, that's how we going out, Bron. Not like this. Not
Yeah.
LeBron
You know what?
James.
I knew it, man. Them LA people, man.
This man, hey, Kobe wasn't doing this, but anyway.
Oh yeah, Kobe wants to do with
This man's making an excuse for everything.
it.
First he said it's the most injuries that's ever happened. And
No,
then...
before that, he was talking about that he's playing on one leg. He looked like he was playing on one leg when it was winning. When we was up in the series. Then we get down, it's a whole different story. But like I said before, I mean, the moves that they made in the offseason, I wasn't crazy about them. I mean, a lot of people were hyped about it, saying, yeah, the Lakers going to be back-to-back champions. Injuries played a part in it. But, like I said before, Rajon Rondo was a key part of that championship caliber team that we had, and a few other pieces too.
Dwight too.
Dwight, yeah.
Because your paint was open.
Yeah, especially once AD got hurt, you could have definitely used Dwight.
Yeah,
so it was sweet.
Because it happened last year too in the playoffs. AD got hurt for a brief moment, and
But that's the thing about AD though. When you guys traded away all that youth, AD's been getting hurt since he was with the Pelicans. This ain't nothing new.
This is what I'm saying. Because I tell every Laker fan, yes, you're getting an all-star, but you're getting it at a price. Because 1 year he'll have
he's healthy.
Good year, but then when he's out, he's out.
All right, but look, Vick's back, and we're spending too much time talking about a team that's not even in the Final Four. Why?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who cares about the Lakers?
So yeah,
they're at home.
Los Angeles Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns. They've already played their first game. But then in the Eastern Conference, we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the surprising Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference.
Ice Trade. Got them bums out of
You related?
Hey, shout out to Ice Trade, man. That boy got ice in his veins. And Trayy. He wears number 11. I'm a November baby, born on the 11th. Like, it's just perfect. Like, me and Trae Young, we locked in like that. Like,
but he can play basketball though.
it just clicks though. Hey, watch your mouth.
Hey, what did I say wrong?
Anyways, though, but yeah, I was happy to see the Sixers get eliminated. If anybody knows me, Sixers and Celtics, I just being a Heat fan, I just don't care for those two teams really at all. Just being honest. Yeah. I'm not biased, but I just don't like them.
Not biased.
No, that's not being like if they were a better team, I'll admit that when it fits. But me and a Sixers fan, we got into it a couple months ago at the start of the playoffs, and he was just so big on the fact that the Sixers were the number one seed.
Right.
And he just felt like because they were number one seed, I was telling him, yeah, you guys are number one seed, but that doesn't mean you're the best team in the East.
Overrated.
He just kept going about being the number one seed, blah blah blah. That made them clearly they're the best team in the East.
Right.
Well, that number one seed, all it got you was eliminated. Number one seed in the regular season it's not a guaranteed ticket to the finals as the Bucks the last two seasons. Because guess what? This is the furthest pretty much they've made it, and they weren't even the number one seed this year. So that seeding don't mean nothing, honestly. You got to still go out there and perform. Right. I don't care what seed you are. You got to play.
Okay, for the modern day Sixers, yeah. This is the farthest they went.
I was talking about the Bucks though. The Bucks have had the number one seed the last two seasons. And this is the furthest they've gotten. So that's what I'm saying. That whole being a number one seed thing doesn't really just equal even a conference finals trip.
True.
It's not guaranteed.
True.
We've seen that with the NFL with the Green Bay Packers. All the Green Bay Packer fans, I mean, back-to-back years being the number one.
I mean, at least them they get to the NFC Championship though. That's what I'm saying. Like the Sixers didn't even get that far. The Bucks will pass you. Put it this way, the last team in the East to be the one seed and actually make it to the finals was the LeBron Cleveland Cavaliers in 16. Is everybody else who's been a one seed has not even made it that far. Think about the Raptors. They were the number one seed in the East for years. They couldn't get past LeBron. So that's what I'm just saying. Just being number one seed, if that's what you're hanging your hat on, like great season, but no. Right. It's more than that. It's not that simple. Right. All right, but yeah, like Vic said, because we're rambling here.
Yep.
They've already played one game. Devin Booker already took one, and it is currently 9:02 p.m. June 22nd, 2021, and the second game for them is actually about to be starting to take place. It's about to tip off in a few here, so once we're done recording here, we'll probably check that out. But anyways, we're gonna go around, and what are y'all predictions for the finals as far as who y'all got going?
I'll go first. I got the Phoenix Suns coming out the West, and from the East, the Bucks. I'm not gonna mess around with that one. The Bucks. No disrespect to any Atlanta Hawks fans, but yeah, Milwaukee's definitely coming out this year.
Spitz.
As much as I want to say the Hawks, I have to go Bucks. I'm definitely going Suns on this one. So yeah, Sun Bucks.
Okay. Well, we can agree on the West. I guess we'll say that because them boys are hot. Pun intended. The Suns are hot. Pun intended. Yes. But in the East, I mean, everybody's been counting Atlanta out these past two series. Nobody thought they were going to beat the Knicks.
Right.
Nobody thought they were going to beat the number one seeded Philadelphia 76ers.
Correct.
And if we being real, the Bucks, if KD makes that shot, there's nothing what Giannis dropped 40. Cool, but there's nothing Giannis could have done. KD, the Nets lost that game. The Bucks didn't win that game.
Right.
So with that being said, I don't just think it's just so easy like y'all are making it seem like the Bucks are just gonna run through Atlanta. Nah.
I'm not saying they're. Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm not saying they're gonna run through Atlanta. But what I'm saying is that they're playing against the person. They're playing against the actual point guard that can actually score. They're not playing against Ben. Ben was too scared to score that whole series. They're not playing against them. They're playing against Drew Holiday. Now, I know he hasn't been, extravagant since he got there and it worked, but you got to understand, he can score in and out.
Maybe it's just me not liking the Bucks too.
Don't get me
But
wrong.
I'm taking Atlanta. I don't care.
Trust me.
Ice Tray, send the boys home.
Trust me.
Send them boys home.
I really do.
Now, Vick, I see your face and you look dumbfounded. I wouldn't bet it. That's the difference. I'm not betting it. I would not bet it. But you asked me who I'm taking. I'm picking Atlanta somehow to make it happen.
Well, see, my thing is, I think why I gave that look was I think it's more because of how they did y'all in the first round.
Listen. I got it.
I just know they're not like that though. Like,
all right. So first things first, I want to say with the Atlanta Hawks, their journey to the Eastern Conference Finals. First off, nobody expected the New York Knicks to even get past the first round. So,
but the Atlanta Hawks though,
they still the Hawks, but 76ers. Everybody knows, you kind of alluded to it, but the 76ers were overrated as a number one seed. Now maybe they're not the best team in the East, but they dang sure have showed that they've been really inconsistent, injury prone, just like the New Jersey Nets, and with now them being facing off against the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, the Milwaukee Bucks are probably not the best team out of all the teams, in my opinion, in terms of the Final Four, but they're better than the Hawks. That's for sure. But that's just my thing. But y'all can
that's
continue.
what everybody been saying in all these series. The Nets were a better team. Derrick Rose and the way Randall played all year, most improved play. Like
they won't win 2 games.
You counted these boys out every series so far. So that's my thing.
They won't win 2 games. I'll put money on that. Just saying.
I won't say that.
Win 2 games.
2 games.
I won't say that.
And the Milwaukee Bucks will win.
So they win it. Milwaukee's winning in 5.
That's correct. Interesting.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I definitely might take that because I think you tripped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think?
At least.
We gonna lock it up after the game?
Yeah,
we
talk after. Yeah, we talk after.
All right.
They at least getting 2. They might take the first one. Just hit them in the mouth real quick. Just punch the boys in the mouth. Let them know. Let them know we here.
Sounds good.
Wait,
let them know we here.
First day back, we already betting. All right.
You know how we do.
All right. So yeah, as far as that's the Final Four. So just real quick, just to like Vic kind of alluded to it, how we got here. The Nets let me down.
That's a 3, man.
Yeah, bro, you should have seen my reaction. I'm at my boy's house watching the game, and when KD took that shot, I was just like, yeah, that's game over. Body bag. Game blouses.
Man, that boy Durant got Barney shoes. Like
Then they showed my homeboy's like, nah, that was only a 2. I'm like, nah, bro, that was a 3.
Yeah.
They showed the replay. I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm like, man, this nigga his long ass shoes, bro. Yeah. Like, how? And then I was reading something. I don't know how true. I didn't fact check it, but they say apparently he wears a size bigger in game.
Yup. Yeah, bet he feeling sick right now.
So if that is actually to be true, like I said, I have not confirmed that or not, but if that is the case, then yeah, just that little extra inch or whatever, like, bruh,
Killed you.
the game was over. Now, a lot of people are putting all the blame on KD though, and I don't know.
Nah.
Harden playing. Now you could say he was hurt, which he was, but he played the whole game. So it's like you wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't that hurt,
Right.
to the point that, and then you're out there taking shots still, like you know you're not gonna make. If you know you're that hurt, like why are you even attempting some of these shots? You're just hurting the team at this point.
I think more so. I mean, as was what was reported, Harden was definitely out there, but he wasn't anywhere close to 100%. I believe he was probably at best 65%. And just as, you know, a player that has played ball, anybody that's had hamstring injuries, I mean, try taking a shot from out 3-point range or trying to, you know, drive to the hole and you got hamstring injuries, it's going to be tough. And anybody that's seen Harden at the top of his game to what he was doing in that final series, he didn't look like himself. But
I'm not disputing that he was hurt, but
yeah.
my thing is, why even be out there?
And you know how like in football sometimes, and it's football, but it could be different with basketball too. But if you have a player out there who, you know, has an impact, but their presence alone makes people respect them. I think that's the reason, but I didn't agree with it. I think he was better off just being on the bench and just getting his full on rest and coming back whenever he can. But I mean, that's the coach's decision. And yeah, and with KD did all he could. Obviously, everybody's talking about, oh, they got all this talent, but Kyrie didn't play. He probably only played one. He played one game that series, and outside of that, I mean, Harden, he did what he could, but he clearly was not effective at all. So like, have them at 100% compared to what they was at, we probably have a different story right now. But anyways, I mean, it is what it is.
But
but
what's crazy is a couple of weeks ago, I think this even before you were gone, I said the only thing that can hurt the Nets is injuries.
And that's all.
No team, and this is if the Lakers were healthy, AD, LeBron, I don't care. If everyone put all these teams, everybody healthy, so you take that off as an excuse. The Nets is running through everybody. I don't care. That's how I felt.
That's a fact.
And I mean, it's
part of the game.
Yeah, it happens though. And now, one thing I will say about the Final Four before we move on though is it's a breath of fresh air, because none of these teams have won a finals like since the merger of the NBA. Yeah. So, like in the modern era, none of these teams have won anything. So,
nope.
This is CP3 like getting that ring.
Hey, he just might. This is going to be kind of like Wade carried Shaq to his ring without Kobe. Devin Booker looks like he's about to carry CP3 finally to his first ring.
Hey, he's getting Kobe compliments, getting Kobe comparisons. That Mamba mentality. Not entirely saying his game is not exactly resembling Kobe, but just that Mamba mentality. Just shooting the ball, just willing his team to the dub. So
we'll talk about that in a second.
But that's a whole different story.
I got some comparisons I've seen here. But with that being said, we can go on to the next topic.